Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make watermelon ice cream inside of a watermelon slice that is absolutely perfect for those warm summer days. So let's dive into the recipe. Alrighty, so first up, I'm going to get my watermelon slices ready because any watermelon scraps I get from that will be going into the ice cream base. So split your watermelon lengthwise first, then you're going to place it flat side down and make another slice lengthwise to quarter it. After that, you're going to turn and slice it against the grain of the stripes at about 1.5 to 2 inches thick per slice. For this, the thicker the better. Next, on each watermelon wedge, you want to make 2 careful slices that don't go all the way through, and then make another cut to help loosen the cored out portion of the cut. Wiggle out that center piece and continue until all the wedges are done. Then you're going to set them in the fridge until you are ready to use them. But I like to pop them in the freezer for about 30 minutes right before piping the ice cream in, but we'll get to that later. Now that the watermelon wedges are done, the next step is to get the ice cream base ready. So first I'm just going to take the rest of the watermelon fruit off of the skin, which I had a little bit too much of. I'll save this piece as a snack later, but I'm just going to transfer it to a medium-sized sauce pot for now. Next, you're going to add your sugar to the watermelon, and then after that, you're just going to puree it with either a stick blender or just any old handy-dandy blender that you have. But here you're just trying to extract as much of the watermelon juice from the solids as you can. After that, pour the heavy cream into a bowl and add in about half of the watermelon puree to it, but make sure you strain it as best as you can, otherwise the ice cream gets a little too grainy for my taste. But return the rest of the puree back to the stove and start to reduce it into a syrup while you strain the rest of the puree and add the rose water to the cream. The watermelon syrup should take about 10 minutes or so to reduce down. Usually just reducing it by half the amount should be fine, but once it's done, you could strain it straight into the watermelon base and give it a good stir. Once the ice cream base is ready to go, you are going to pour it into your handy dandy ice cream machine and wait for it to churn into a cold, creamy watermelon ice cream in about 20 to 30 minutes. Also, when you're done churning it, it's always a good idea to stick it in the freezer for another hour or so, just to stiffen up a little bit. By the way, I'm using a KitchenAid with the ice cream attachment for those who are wondering. Alright, so finally comes the very, very fun part of this recipe. So here I have already transferred the watermelon ice cream to a piping bag fitted with a star tip, and I'm going to quickly and carefully fill up each slice that I just pulled out of the freezer, by the way, to the brim with swirls of ice cream. And that is it. Watermelon ice cream served up in a cool, crisp watermelon slice. What's up, guys? Okay, so the watermelon ice cream is done. This looks really, really good. It smells a little floral because of that rose water I put in earlier, so I'm really excited to test this out, but it is melting very fast. So I'm just gonna dive in and tell you guys how I did. Okay, let's do this. Extremely refreshing, but you get a wonderful, creaminess from the watermelon ice cream, but it also has that floral rose water, like I just said, and loads of watermelon sweetness, if that makes, if that kind of resonates. Very natural as far as the flavor is concerned. Sometimes when you get watermelon flavor for like ice creams or popsicles or things like that, it's very artificial. This is a very clean watermelon flavor going through this, as well as this semi-frozen watermelon itself. It's like 100 degrees outside where I live right now, so having one of these handy in the freezer is quite a nice thing. This is ridiculous. I do want to thank Dominique Ansel for the idea. He's been knocking these out at his restaurant for quite some time in New York, and now he has one in LA. And every time I see him post his watermelon, I think it's called what-a-melon, is the dish that he serves. And it's a little bit different because he has the dark chocolate seeds on the side. And I don't know exactly how he makes his ice cream because I've never worked for him. So this was kind of fun just to recreate someone else's genius creation and just do it a little bit the way I might want to approach it and the flavor combos that I'd like. I don't think he puts rose water in his, so that's, I feel like, a nice compliment to this, because I feel like there's kind of this floral nature to watermelon. When you look at it, it's kind of, has lots of contrasting colors and just looks very fresh and summertime. So having that floral bite to it really kind of assists in the whole vibe of this dish. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, make sure you check my description box for ingredients and equipment links, and leave comments down below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time with another recipe. Later, folks.